Hello, everyone. Hope everyone had a good day today. I know it was a tough day trading. We had some shenanigans going on today, which we were prepared for in the group. We discussed that first thing this morning, just to be careful, watch out for chop, some just up and down garbage because we have lots of news coming out this week. We have earnings, some big earnings this week. So today was a day that I had suggested we all, you know, consider scalping, and that was the way I was going to trade today. And it actually worked out for me. My first
200
trade
EMA cross up.
was a loss. I got into an SPX uh, put, or oh, I'm sorry, an SPX. I think it was a call. No, it was a put. I got into an SPX put, so I got in after this drop today. And so I was expecting a move to the 544. These levels I put on all the charts every day in the Discord. I have a channel called Metal TA for technical analysis, and basically I every single morning I come in and put support resistance levels, and we trade the LRC as well as other strategies in our Discord. So if you're interested, you want to come and join us, come and trade this strategy. It's been absolutely amazing. One of the best, well, it is the best by far strategy I've ever used for my several years of trading. But so I'll get right in it. I'll explain briefly what the LRC is. So I use what's called an anchored LRC. It's anchored at the pre-market to pre-market times. It's a specific time set from 4 a.m. to 9:29 a.m. I have a second deviation, a one deviation, a the mean, which is the cyan, a one deviation, and then a two deviation, positive two, negative, positive one, positive two, negative one, negative two, and then the cyan. And we use these to trade mainly for entries, but I also use them for scaling out, taking profit because of potential reversals on these levels. And
200 EMA
as
cross
we
up.
go today, I can show you, like, you can see how important the LRC levels actually are. So a lot of times I like to take a trade where I have cleared the 20 and the 200, which this took place, and it closed below my LRC. And I take the trade that goes, the candle that goes below it. So I took a couple, two SPX puts right here. When this candle went up, I was okay. I was holding and to see if I could get a close. Well, as it closed below, sorry about that. My daughter needed something. So, oh, give me one sec. I'm sorry. I'll be right back, guys. Okay. I'm back. My daughter needed some help. So, okay, here's where so I basically held this, back to what I was saying. I held this um put, and I actually added right here. So I ended up with three. Oh, I'm sorry. I ended up with four. I was only going to add one, and I accidentally added two because it was
200 EMA
my
cross up.
active trader was set to two. So at this point, I had four. I held it here. It went to here. I kept holding it. Once it started to go up here, I got out, and I ended up taking a loss of. I had a loss of 680 on this line right here. However, later in the day, I caught I believe it was this one right here. Once we broke back through the 20, I think I was in another trade when this one took place, but on this one right here, I got in right there, and I only got in I think two, and I ended up getting back $300, and then I exited the trade. So I took this from 680 down to 370, so I was glad for that. If I had taken it or got out sooner, it may have been this one that I actually got, guys, on the second one. I can't remember exactly which one, but anyway, when I took it, I could have, yeah, I think it was this one, because I could have actually exited down here, and I would have taken this down to like $120 loss versus 370. It went back up, and then I got out right here. So anyway, still a decent trade. I made $300 on the trade. It was pretty easy. One of the things about this strategy is it's super, super easy to follow, super easy to manage if you just follow the rules. Okay, the rules are very simple. Basically, I don't like to trade into the 200 EMA on a 2 minute. I don't really like trading into the 20 EMA, but I will use the 20 EMA as a basically my trend, so that I can get more out of my trade. Um,
200 EMA cross up.
so I did get into a, let me get out of this. I did get into another an IWM trade, which was really good. I got into a Tesla trade that was awesome. Let me find I'll show you my Tesla trades. I got in two of those back to back. Yeah, that was funny. There's a video I had up. Where is my, oh, there it is. What time did I get in Tesla? So I got in Tesla. I got in two Teslas at 9:47. So I got into Tesla probably, let's see, where was it? Oh, okay. So yes, I got into it here. It went over the 230 right on this candle. And I took this as a breakout move. I mean, I do take out breakout moves a lot. They work out sometimes, sometimes they don't. But I took this expecting this to get a pretty solid move to the upside. Well, I was patient, and I did get the move. I stayed in this because of this happening. I noticed that each time I went up, it did push down below the 230. I had drawn a box around this, and if it broke below, I was going to get out. If it broke below the consolidation, so that's how I trade it. Um, and so it worked out for me. I stayed in this until then once it broke out, I ended up with a $328 dollar profit at this point.
200 EMA cross up.
I think I got all out. I scaled out here. I think I scaled out again here, and then I got out on this candle here. So I ended up with a $328 profit, and then I got back in it. I think it was right here. Yep. So I waited for this pullback. It was actually this candle. This is where I got in, because I remember I thought it was going to go against me. So I got in right here. And what I look for is a pullback to the 20 EMA, like it did. And then I look for a green candle up, and then the next green candle above the close of this candle, I get in. So I got in. It went back down a little bit, but then I got this move, and I got out on this candle here for $262. I could have, held this up and got a little bit more out of it, but like I said, today I was scalping. I didn't really trust anything. I'll show you the issues that we had today, and this will hopefully help people understand like how to use the levels and how to see kind of what is going on. And when you're trading specific trades. So the problem that we had today is you had your 50 daily SMA right here, right? And let me find my SPY. So we had conflicting data today, which is what caused some of the issues, or conflicting levels, not data.
200
I'm
EMA cross
moving
up.
these over so you can see, like, when I'm trading live, what I'm looking at. This is what I'm looking at when I'm trading live. So, for instance, part of the reason I got into this trade, the first SPX, was we broke through and closed below the 50 daily SMA. So I was looking for a continuation, like a breakout move through the 50 SMA, kind of like what happened over here. But we didn't get it, so I took my loss. No big deal. I was expecting to get in, get out. I probably wouldn't have lost 680 because I didn't actually mean to take four SPX contracts when I was adding. Um, so then as we were going, if you notice, at the time that SPY, I don't know why my crosshairs aren't showing up. I want to be able to show you from one to the other frozen. Yeah, I thought that. Okay. So if you look at SPY is below the 5510 level and below the 50 daily SMA just briefly. But at that point, this is what lets you know what's going on, right? Look at this candle, look at NASDAQ. Look what NASDAQ did right off of the 19220. Boom, just shot straight up. So that's when I realized, okay, or I should have realized quicker, because remember I added right here. Oh, I'm sorry. This all happened on this candle. This is when I got out. I got out right here. So
200
these
EMA
are
cross up.
5 minute charts. So anyhow, what I'm trying to explain, sorry, is I'm not doing a good job of it. But what I'm trying to explain is when you see yourself between levels. So for instance, you're not even up to your level on ES, which I have up here. You're still down at this point. You're still down here, but NASDAQ has actually already breached or went up to its level, the 19,380, which is a very significant level. I was expecting to get in calls today if we got above this level. I did take a couple calls, and it worked out for me because it was Tesla and it really wasn't going with the market, so to speak. So I was really kind of just risking that. Um, but this 1930 rejected as we were going up here. So then guess what happened? ES followed suit. But then when ES broke its level and came down to look like it was going to break the 50 daily SMA, well, lo and behold, we come down to the 1920 and the lower LRC, and we wick back up and push up off of it. So that's kind of the shenanigans we had happening all day. When one would get to one, the other one would push the other one down. When one would get down, the other one would push it up. So, and we had that happen with Qs. It was all in synchronicity. One was this is the channel on the Qs, 468, 464. When we get down to 464, ES was pushing up and SPY was pushing up, and then when SPY pushed down, Qs would get up to 468, or when SPY would push up, Qs would push it down. So you just really should pay attention. Pay attention to your levels. Make sure you draw your levels well. If you do not
200
know how
EMA
to draw
cross up.
levels, I will put together I'll try to do it very detailed. It's actually really simple. I suggest going and watching Options Insider. He does a free technical analysis every morning on YouTube. And if you look up Options Insider or the Options Insider, he does I'm a member of his Discord group as well. He does probably the best job of technicals or support and resistance or supply and demand levels. And it's really important. It's imperative to have good levels to know what to look for during the day when you're trading. I use them to take entries. I use them to exit trades when I feel like I'm reaching, it as a target. So anyhow, just wanted to briefly go over that, or maybe it wasn't so brief, but I want to go over that and show you guys like how I use my charts during the day to trade. And there's other facets that I use. I use my grids. I watch all the stocks. I see what everything's doing at the same time, so I can kind of get an idea of movement, of direction. Am I getting are like several stocks getting to major levels where they may reject, so it's going to impact the S&P 500, or is it going to affect the Nasdaq? So just really important. And I want to also point out just how important the LRC is, guys. Check this out. This is why I use it. This is why it's so very good for me. LRC. Oops. This is going to do its little thingy. LRC. Boom. Pushes up. Little consolidation on the LRC. Bam. Comes up. Pushes back down off the mean. Bam. Back up off the LRC. Boom. LRC. Back down. Guess what? LRC. Back up. LRC. This one's got down below it, which we want to see these breakouts, and we expect them to move to this level. But if you go back and look at Nasdaq, when this got here, Nasdaq was already hitting its level, which pushed us back up. It kept this from getting all the way down. So that's why it's so important to watch Nasdaq, all of them, Qs, every one of them at the same time. I have them up so that way I can have an idea of what's going on in the market. Again, LRC finally breaks through again. This time it gets a flush of the 544, gets down below it, comes back up, retest, boom, comes down. The other great thing is if you were trading this, the strategy that I have with my rule set is to not get out on unless you have 2 consecutive closes over the 20. Well, if you got in here, this would have been, well, no, it wouldn't have been that one. This one would have taken you out, actually. If you had got in there, this would have 1, 2 closes over the 20. But this one, if you got in this trade, which was a close below, and then you take your next red candle, that's how I trade them. There's no reason to get out. You didn't get 2 closes. This didn't close, and it's consecutive closes, okay? You only got 1 close, which is that green candle right there, over the 20 EMA. Comes down, comes down. Guess what? Only 1 close. Comes down. Now, this is where you have to be careful. As well as with these, you have to be careful with allowing for a pullback. When you get a 20 EMA that's this far extended from price, you have to realize how much drawdown or loss you're going to, or how much profit you're going to give back to get from here to here, right? So always be paying attention to where the 20 is in relation. If the 20 is running right with it, man, it's a no-brainer. You stay with it. You use that strategy. So what I like to do when I have a 20 getting further away, or like starting to peel off, like you can see it curving, which that's actually happening after this, so you wouldn't see that when it's happening. As this is going down, you can see how far away this candle is from the 20 EMA all the way up here. So you know that in order for this to get back to the 20, you're going to take a huge loss, or you're going to lose a lot, give back a lot of your profit, right? So what I do is I do 2 greens, 2 green closes. So once I get down, if I get a green, I do 2 green closes as long as the second green closes above the first green. So not just 2. So if this is a green and then it opens here and it closes here, no, I'm staying in that until I break above a green above a green. I won't get out, but I would get out right here, right on this green, which is that little doji or whatever you want to call it, this one. Then what I do is I wait and I look and I see, okay, is it going to test the LRC? What is it going to do at the 20? It comes up, boom. You can take this breakout move. It's just beautiful breakout move right here. You could take this, trade it down till you get 2 green closes. Well, for me, I would exit my entire trade right here because I'm on a major level, and that's how I would trade it. And then guess what? If you want to trade it some more, you just be patient. You wait, you wait, you wait, and boom, you take this trade below the 544 if you want to be risky. If you're willing to risk it, you take it moving down below the 544, but your 544 must be your get out. And if or for me it must be my get out. I do not when I take breakout moves, the area that I am breaking over is the area that is my stop out. That way I just minimize my risk because sometimes you can get a huge, direction the other way or whatever. You never know what you're going to get. So, anyway, you could take this, get out on this candle, bam, beautiful day. But this was so clean. I did not get this. I probably would not have even ever taken this here, maybe, as it closed and moved above the 544. Well, maybe not that candle, this candle right here. Because I want to close above the 544. And then since I'm so extended from the 200, I would trade up. I would scale out on my LRC. So if I have 10 contracts, I'm scaling out maybe 8 or 6, holding, holding, holding until I get to the 200. And then I'm going to scale out to where I only have 1 or 2 left. And if it continues, then I'm going to either take the rest here or trade it to my other LRC.
EMA cross up.
And then you can see how amazing the LRC works. Comes down, consolidates between these two LRCs, gets up here, finally jumps down off of this LRC, and the rest of the day, kind of a rough day, right? This was the best move of the day. I didn't even get that, but I ended up with about a $700 day, which was pretty solid on a day that's like this garbage. It just goes to show it's a testament to how good this trading strategy really is. My best trade of the day was IWM, and shout out to Goody in our in our Discord. I was calling out this today, and I had mentioned to the group, hey guys, let me see if I can pull this up real quick. I was like, hey, pay attention to the IWM at this specific level. Let me see if I can locate it in here. I think I put it in. Yeah, here it is. Okay, there it is. So this is what I dropped into Discord today. And I was like, hey, if we get below the 221.50, I want to take puts and I'll trade it down to the 218. Or if we break through a long LRC, I'm also interested in trading it. So what this thing, I don't know why I have that up. So let's see, where is it at? Okay. Our trade was, the 220, I'm sorry, I had the 221 on that. There's another chart. I showed a different, there was another chart where I showed this. So 224 was the level I needed to break, and I called that one out as well. That was the second chart to where to trade to. So anyway, this was where I had said, hey, if we get below this 224, I'm really interested in puts. Well, I was busy. I was talking about something else. I was busy looking at some other stocks, and Goody called it out. He's like, hey, IWM, it just broke. So as soon as he said that, I saw this candle, and I was like, man, if I get a pullback, because that was a really big candle, I didn't want to chase a runner. So I waited, and I got in. I got in on this candle as it started, this red candle, as soon as it started coming back down. And I think I ended up with 120, or no, 100, I think 130% trade. I ended up getting out right here. I went down. I scaled out on this candle here. At that point, I was over 100%. When I scaled out, I let it go up. It came down some more. It went back up. I think I may have scaled out again because I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take profit. I'm not going to let this mess, do anything. So I actually scaled all the way out. Only had one contract left, and it came all the way down to here, and I think I actually got out on this green candle right there in the close of that green candle. So not a bad trade at all. It was a beautiful trade. It looked good. It felt good. Um, we had another and actually it did what we were expecting it to do when I had put in
200
that other
EMA cross
chart.
up.
I wanted to see if it was going to get below, but it actually came back up. I was considering uh, maybe swinging this if it got below and stayed below this today, tomorrow, but it looks like it actually moved back above and got some strength in the afternoon. But anyway, this level, you can see how the levels are really important. They were literally spot on, both of these, the LRCs. So very, very good. Excellent trade. I hope if you guys are trying this strategy, you're doing well with it. If you're not, I'd love to hear about it. I'd like for you to um, let me know. Like, I'm more than happy to help because I want to see this succeed. I want to see everybody succeed in their trading endeavors. Um, so if you have any questions or if you've tried some of these trades and you're trying this strategy and you're doing well, I'd love to hear from you in the comments or come and visit us in our Discord. Let us know. If you aren't doing well, I would really love to hear from you as well because I would like to be able to maybe help and see where it's going wrong for you or you're not able it's not working for you, and maybe I can help in that way. So anyway, if you're interested, just shoot me a message, leave me a comment, or come into our join the Discord. You can join the Discord. I have I have a membership fee, but I also have a free area that you're welcome to come in and hang out with the guys that are non-members, and they trade. They ask questions. We have a few that come and go on a daily basis.
200 EMA
So,
cross up.
yep, just you're welcome. Come in, and try this strategy out. It works. It's been working for months now for me, and it's quite amazing, really. So anyhow, hopefully, oh, I did do a couple other little small trades. I didn't show those, but my main trades I showed you. And you can go and look at how to trade this on pretty much any look at that. Wee, that was ugly, wasn't it? I hadn't even looked at that. See what Intel did today. Intel was rough as well. We just had a rough day, which we have to expect that, right? Whenever we have that kind of news. Oh, this was one that got me today. So I did come in with a somewhat of a bias because I had heard some news about there being a potential maybe an upside to coin because politically someone was talking about really accepting and wanting Bitcoin to succeed. So I was like, ooh, that may move the stock. So if it got and held above the 254.50, I was taking calls. Of course, it never did. It came all the way down to the LRC. Then when it broke through the LRC and the 200, it broke. But here's the interesting thing. So this orange and this orange was the previous pre-market's gap that I had marked and showed to the group. Well, it came right down and filled that gap. I thought it was going to bounce and just come back up, but it blasted through that gap and fell. The bottom dropped out all the way to 235 basically. So from 254.50 to 235, pretty significant drop today on coin. The only positive I have, well, positive was a good green day, but because we kind of just went up and went down, didn't really go very far, I don't have to do a whole lot of technicals tomorrow. So yeah, the technicals are going to stay pretty much close to the same. I'm trying to look and see if there's anything else to share you guys. Well, this is one we can look at. Check out how Apple respects the LRC, guys. It's pretty incredible. It's almost nutty how good it is. Like this should have been a trade by me today. I didn't see this one. I've missed a few of these lately. I think I've just kind of my focus changed on a couple other things. But if you're ever trading this strategy, hey Tron, oh hey, how you doing, bud? Yeah, all is great, man. How are you doing? Had a really good day today. Some of the guys in the group didn't do that well, but I had a good day. It was a tough day trading. So what I was going to say is this trade right here was really a great trade to get into. What I like to see early market if you are trading this strategy is to wait. If you watch the first couple candles come down and then they wick and blast up off of like the lower LRC or even the mid LRC, which is this one. Um, if they blast up off of that like this did, and now granted this went way up, closed way back down, but then after this you could have taken that candle right there
200 EMA cross
and
up.
take this for a breakout move above the 20 EMA. And man, that would have been so nice. Scale out here, take profit on this drop there. You're walking away and you're done for the day. That was a huge move on Apple. Hopefully I didn't miss you, Tron. Sorry about that. Oh, good deal. Did you trade today? There's a pretty big delay from I guess when I talk to when you talk. So one of the other things I want to point out too is just look how the LRC is respected. It's pretty amazing. Comes up, comes back down to it, comes down, down, and then one last time. So it's pretty incredible. Oh yeah, and did you trade this strategy? That's not a bad loss at all, really. That's manageable. Those are good days. I mean, of course, we want to be green every day. Oh, cool. I hope I do. You can always come in anyway. I have I know it's not the same, but I have the free area, and if you ever have any questions or anything, I'm always in, so I'll hop right down and talk with you or whatever. But the did you trade this strategy today? Oh, you did. Interesting. I've had I had a couple guys that didn't do very well today, and I think it was just a matter of the chop. The chop got some people, and I think a couple didn't get out when at the time that they should have. So they took a loss. I had a couple guys take losses, but they made them back up in other trades during the day. It was kind of like I did. I got into that initial SPX put. I really thought I was going to get a move down, but the thing is, I was prepared, right? I knew that it was a kind of like a breakout move. I didn't get confirmation when I got in. Once it started going back up, I just, I got out and took my loss and moved on. It was a bigger loss, you know. It was 680, and then I was able to take 310 off of it, which helped a lot for my day. So SMCI was one I was looking at today, and I didn't catch it right here. This would have been a good entry. It's been a little bit, I don't know, choppy, almost like the volume is a little off right now. But in the past, you'd have much cleaner candles. It has just had been very, very wicky. Um, but this was the trade, not this one. But when it came back up and retested the lower LRC, this would have been your entry right here, or this would have been the entry. Hold it, get out here, re-enter here, and stay in it to here. Could have been a huge, huge, huge trade. You know, I had heard the other group that I was in, they had taken Netflix. I never even looked at Netflix today. I just don't like, oof, see, I don't like trading Netflix. Look at that NAS. That is just, no, 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 no. Not for me. Not for me. Not, there's too many other stocks to trade. One of the other things we've been doing too, along with this trading strategy is whenever we see consolidation like this, we've just been drawing a box around it. And whenever it breaks the box, whether it's to the upside or the downside, we enter and we hold until, we either hit levels or it goes back into the box and then we get out. And usually it works out really, really well. And that's just mainly for this market. We've had to kind of change it up a little bit, right? Because we're getting just so much of this consolidation and um, I don't know, just a lot of chop back and forth, up and down, a lot of volatility 1 second, no volume for the next 10 minutes, and then like huge volume and then no volume. It's just really been a tough market in the last few days. But ultimately, if you stick to your rules, you'll be fine. Stick to your rules, low risk, high reward. That's the key. Well, that will wrap it up. It was good to see you, Tron. Hopefully I'll see you in the Discord, bud. I hope everyone had a great day. I hope you guys have a great day tomorrow. I will try to put another video out tomorrow of tomorrow's recap, and I will also start working on a support or supply and resistance, support resistance level, supply and demand levels, so that I can show how I put them in, how they're drawn in manually every day, and that way you guys can apply them to your chart as well. It really isn't that difficult. It's a very simple process. Sometimes they hit, or 95% of the times they're pretty accurate. There's a percentage of times where price just doesn't even care about them and it goes right through them. But they really give us levels like this one here, 111.15. Look at this. It's just really important to make sure you have your levels drawn. Once again, I give those levels every day in my technical analysis channel, and you're welcome to come in and grab those and put them on all your on your chart. I don't even know how many stocks. I do a lot of stocks, so I spend quite a bit of time putting on the levels every morning. Tomorrow, hopefully, I won't have to do as much because we didn't have that much of a change today. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something from the video. If once again, if you have questions, just feel free to ask. Give me shoot me a DM or come in Discord and ask a question, or you can leave it in the comments. Please leave me a like and a subscribe, and I hope you guys have a great evening and afternoon. Take care.